It's a guitar.
What sort of guitar?
A Revstar guitar.
Revstar 2?
No, it's Revstar.
It's just Revstar. This is Ross.
Hi!
He plays guitar. Sometimes.
He plays guitar.
Not today. Not on this.
No. I've heard him play better.
Hey! I'm trying.
It's been a long day.
It has. Right. Talk to me.
New Revstars. All updated. Pretty much all new. So we've simplified the range, so there's 3 tiers now. So we've got the Elements. Which was the one?
Posh.
Yes, that's the Professional, and this is the Standard. So Elements, Standard, Professional. In the Standard and Professional, there are basically 2 models. So we've got a P90 style pickup version and a humbucker version. And there's a bunch of sort of different options now as well with each of them. So with the Standard and Professional, we've got some cool new stuff. So we've got a 5-way switch, which we'll kind of show some of the sounds of. We've got, on the Elements, we've got the original dry switch. So that's kind of a high pass filter, cuts a bit low end, kind of gives the impression the sound is brightest. Kind of similar idea to a coil tap, but you don't lose any power and there's still no hum, which is good. On the Standard Professionals now, we've got what's called a focus switch. So the official line is it shifts the resonant peaks. But it kind of boosts the volume slightly. It's a passive boost, so you don't need to worry about batteries. Gives it a little bit of a kick. Kind of, I suppose it's sort of like giving the impression that pickups are overwound. So it's just beefier. But it does different things for clean sounds as to distorted sounds. So. But they're great. Sort of a satin finish neck. On the Standard and Professionals, we've got carbon fibre reinforcement in the neck as well. Bit of stability. On the Professional, there's carbon fibre in the body too. So kind of helps with the balance a little bit. On the carbon fibre in the body does add something to the sound. So.
And you said they're all chambered.
They're all chambered, which again kind of, well, you said when you were playing them, it's kind of it's much more resonant than the original ones. The bodies are slightly bigger as well.
Right.
So, and a ton of different finishes and left-handed models too.
They're left-handed models.
For the first time in Revstar history.
We'll demo one of them.
Boy, what?
Yeah, the thing that I really like about it is that satin finish neck. That's one of the things that I thought stood out to me as you could change on the original Revstar. I think you... Didn't you do that?
Not on that one, yeah, I've got another one in the garage which, yeah, just sanded the neck down.
Just the neck,
because I'm a heat... just yes, John, just the neck.
But yeah, even this model has the satin neck.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
It's just comfortable, isn't it?
Yeah, really decent neck join as well on all of them. It's not like a...
Yeah, they're all through neck.
It's here and there?
Yeah. So yeah, humbucker model, so... And obviously we're still using the fabulous catalyst.
Yeah, which we would have talked about last month.
Yeah.
I've been here for a month.
In the same clothes. So yeah, 5-way selector, bridge, middle neck is kind of as you would expect. So the bridge sounds like that. The middle sounds like that. And the neck sounds like that. But positions 2 and 4, it's not quite your standard kind of 5-way 2 and 4 that you might expect. It's got that vibe about it, but it's also got kind of something new. So how it works, and I don't fully understand this, but there's the circuit puts a slight delay on the other on the opposite pickup. So it can give you that slightly kind of out of phase thing, but it's also almost, depending on the sound, almost like a half-cocked wah or kind of an out of phasey thing. On a dirty sound. That kind of. Bit more. Big mitts. A little bit at high end. Without the boost. So it's a different sound, but
Yeah, yeah.
totally usable on the position 4. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the focus switch again does a different thing. So the clean sound, and that's like really clean. Particularly if you're playing like a single coil guitar, and even a humbucker guitar, you might want to. You might be in a situation where you're playing some George Benson or something, and that's kind of great. There's maybe a little bright, so you go and roll the tone off a little bit, and it's, you know, if you're playing to 50,000 people or 5 people, jazz. You know, you're kind of trying to find that sweet spot on the tone control where it's just jazzy enough, just shaves off that little bit high end, but you either go too far or not far enough. And this gives you that perfect kind of sweet spot. And that was wrong. I'll leave the jazz to you, John.
Not today.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that obviously works in all the positions as well. On a dirty sound, if I get all of the filth going.
Show me that thing you were telling me about.
This is cool. So if you've ever played a Les Paul, in fact, I think a lot of kind of just dual humbucker guitars, there's a thing that the tone control does. So if you kind of sustain a note, was it Prison Waterways you said, where if you kind of hit a note and sustain it, if you're in the right spot, it'll feed back. But that's only at a certain volume and in the perfect spot. So this is not loud. Watch it not work now.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
We worked earlier.
Yeah. That's a lot of filth. Turn some of that off. Do that. So that's a moderate amount of filth. So if you kind of sustain a note on, you know, a normal single cutaway dual humbucker guitar, and roll the tone off, like to a point, a magic point, suddenly the feedback happens just naturally. So that's got some sustain. It's not very loud. I'm not necessarily in the right position, but keep your fingers crossed, folks. Didn't work.
It worked so well.
It really worked.
Every time as well.
Yeah. It works.
Give it a bit more gain.
Just, I don't think it's more gain, more volume.
That's the sound of a note dying.
Along with my soul.
That's so frustrating. Which one was I on? The Japanese one?
Yeah. Oh, actually, hang on.
Oh, you're not in. Hey!
I mean,
Right, that's working.
the old Spinal Tap thing.
So that's in the...
So position 2, position 2, which I guess that extra little bit of mids that gives.
Yeah.
And then the boost. So that's without. And then... Oh, I caught the string.
So that worked.
Yeah, that worked. And that was, John's obviously not edited this at all, and that worked first time.
That's the catalyst. Editing.
Yeah.
Right, so what's the difference between any of the models? Or is there...
So the Elements is kind of the super simple one. It's just got the three-way switch. So it's just bridge, middle, neck. And that, like I said, that's got the original dry switch as well. So it's, I would probably say it's more humbucker to P90 style than humbucker to single coil. With a lot of coil splits or coil taps, it can get really weedy and very thin. That doesn't, it kind of keeps a lot of the beef as well.
Do they have a P90 model of the Essentials?
Nope.
No. Right, okay. And then...
Elements. Essentials.
Elements.
Still good.
Chop that in. Right. And then the Japanese ones.
Yeah, so the standard and the professional look very, very similar. Both got mahogany bodies and necks and mahogany necks and so on and so forth. And the tailpiece on the P90 style pickup version, both got the five-way switch, both got the focus switch. The professional, obviously, yes, is made in Japan. Comes with a hard case rather than the others come with a gig bag. And that's got carbon fibre in the body as well, which does add a certain something. The Japanese version also has initial response acceleration. So it's essentially, excuse my friend, he's had some caffeine
Don't worry about it.
and chicken. It's an aging process. So it just kind of gives it the bedded in, played for a bit kind of tone, really. But yeah, they're all chambered, so again that resonance thing, a lot livelier than the previous model.
One of the things that I used to read on the comments of the Revstar stuff was that some of them were quite heavy, as you'd expect with like that style of guitar.
Yeah.
But these feel, picked up 4 or 5 of them. They're all fairly. They feel to me a bit lighter than the Revstars that I felt.
Yeah, that's the chamber. I mean, yeah, the originals were. I mean, there was some different wood combinations for sure, but yeah, there was zero chambering, so it was, for a lot of them, a big hunk of mahogany.
Yeah, there was, like a pound difference in the weight of 2 of mine.
Right. Okay.
Boring chat. Right. Anyway, do you want to try this one?
I wasn't going to say anything.
What am I saying?
No idea.
I'm going to put... not real ivory.
I hope not. Whoa! I do love these pickups.
They're cool.
Yeah.
Are the pickups the same between the Japanese and Indonesian?
Yes.
And this is made in a tiny workshop.
Yes.
There's like not many people that work in that.
Yeah, a handful of people in the Japanese factory was great. Just so sweet pickups. But it has, they've got that kind of definite bite of a single coil, but warmth. And I've not heard P90 style pickups sort of like this. It's just really well balanced across the board.
Tailpiece makes a huge difference as well.
Tailpiece does definitely make a huge difference, and yeah, you can do that. Because why wouldn't you want to?
Got to, haven't you?
Yeah, totally. But yeah, clarity, warmth. And those positions 2 and 4. Oh, I'm kind of playing country-ish.
A bit less honky on the P90s.
But again, it really does differ depending on what sound you're going through.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is the boutique model, so kind of like Dumble-ish. I don't need the boost. Position 2. So it's got that. Get the focus switch. But on a dirty sound. I mean, that's a great example of the kind of beefiness, that overwound thing.
It's giving you a bit of a Santana vibe.
Yeah. So that's the kind of nice clarity that you would expect out of this kind of pickup. When you boost it. A bit more gain, and yeah, that. Compare that to actually rolling the tone down. Like I say, it's just that perfect sweet spot. Super usable. And like I say, they're not the kind of exact sounds that you would expect out of a position 2 and 4.
No.
It's got some of that in, and you can definitely get that depending on what sound you're calling up. But yeah, it's just something a little bit different. And in the mix as well, because I use positions 2 and 4 a lot, some of the poppiest stuff, and it's great, but sometimes, especially if there's a lot going on, I mean, as you know, you can sometimes get lost in the mix. If you've already got kind of that sort of super clean, wrong sound. If that kind of scooped, American clean sound, you can kind of get lost. So that extra. Like I say, that kind of traditional scoopy thing's still in there, but you've got that extra honk almost. So yeah, you're not going to get lost as easy, which is lovely.
Nice.
Because we're guitar players, we want to be heard. Who wants to hear keyboards?
How many colours of each?
A bunch, and I'm now looking at the screen, which I've got my wrong glasses on. So, oh god, loads.
Lots.
Loads.
I'll probably flash some down on screen.
Yeah.
We've got
4.
4 maths of them here. These two I really liked.
Right. Cool.
No, those 3 actually.
Yeah.
This is a bit more.
It's bare bones. I mean...
It looks cool though.
Yeah. Obviously...
Just hear you play it, because I can't play it.
Yeah, you can't play it. You suck. Some new licks. So, yeah, literally bridge, middle, neck. So the dry switch is kind of almost the opposite of the focus switch.
Like slimming it down.
Exactly, yeah. So actually, a good example of that. See that thing recently? It's like, can someone explain to me drop D? And someone commented, it's like,
Yeah.
the low E string goes, meow. Yeah, brilliant. So I mean, this is kind of quite clear already, but it just adds that extra little bit. But on the neck pickup, very aware of copyright. Kind of thing. Just nice.
Like the old dry switch, but it's only got 3 positions on that bad boy, isn't it?
Only got 3 positions. I mean, there's probably no reason why you couldn't change it to a 5-way, different circuits or whatever. But yeah, and I mean, for a lot of people, 3 positions is enough.
Well, I mean, the guitar it's emulating,
kind of thing, yeah. But it sustains. It's got clarity. It's sort of, I guess, a more modern take on, as the original Revstars were, a more modern take on, you know, traditional 2 pickup guitars. Yeah, I mean, that's a great example just on their own.
what we play. E.
And now. Just got vibe.
This makes a huge difference, I think.
Adds a certain something, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the Revstar. That's the old one.
That's the old one. That's the, yeah, the 502.
In some ways, it's a little bit more conventional looking in it, because it doesn't have the brushed.
Yeah, yeah. The hand cut finish, as we call it, was sort of. A lot of people liked it. Some people didn't, and the whole idea with it was that it aged really quickly, and you kind of swear on it and touch it and do all that business.
The child would leave. Aged really quickly. Probably cut that out.
Ages really quickly and all that business. You either like it or you don't like it. I didn't mind it. You didn't mind it?
What?
The original finish.
Yeah, I really liked the original finish. I
Yeah.
thought it was like just looked different to anything I've seen before.
Yes. Yes. And these are, yeah, they're kind of glossy. More options, a lot more options.
Yeah, the Japanese one particularly, obviously, played really nicely out of the box. What am I saying? This one comes with a hard case, you said?
That one comes with a hard case, very pretty hard case. Yeah, the others come with gig bags.
What's the gig?
Can't remember.
Fretwork on this looks incredibly tidy as well.
Stainless steel frets on the Japanese. Well,
Worth mentioning. That is relevant. New inlays that look kind of cool and modern.
yeah, mother of pearl.
What do you say about that one?
Yeah. I like it.
Pickups.
Pickups. So they're all Alnico 5. These are on the Elements. They are slightly different, but it's the same pickups on the Standard and Professional.
Cool.
Whether it's humbuckers or the P90 style.
Good.
But they're our design.
Stainless steel only on the Japanese models.
Yes. And as you've heard John playing them, reasonably okay.
I've played better. Some of it is probably fine.
I think, you know, these are going to appeal to someone that just, you know, that doesn't want run of the mill. You know, wants something, I guess, that's just kind of different enough. You know, it's familiar, but it's not like anything else out there. Definitely got some individual sounds that you would only get from super customization or messing around. And some people like to do that. Some people just like it straight out of the box. I'm not. I used to be a tinkerer. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. So for me, it's nice to kind of between these two models and yeah, Pacifica with the split on the bridge. That's kind of one of my main guitars as well. So
Yeah. The fretwork is really nice on this one.
yeah, I didn't actually realise it was stainless steel until I read the spec sheet.